If you're in a caloric deficit and you're still not losing body fat, there's two reasons why. One, your metabolism is slowed down, or two, you're eating foods that are spiking the hormone insulin, which is responsible for storing fat. When insulin is high, you store fat, but when insulin is low, you don't. Hormone's job is to take fuel or energy and store it to be used for later. So when this hormone is high, you're in a fat storage state. When this hormone is low, you're in a fat burning state. And what does this fat storage state sound like? It sounds like a slow metabolism, and that's exactly what happens when you have high insulin levels. Because you're in that fat storage state when that hormone is high. You're storing energy to be used for later. You're not burning it right now, here in the present. So here's what you should do to avoid those two things without having to be so restrictive with your calories. Cut out all the foods that spike this hormone, such as processed carbohydrates and processed sugars, and seed oils as well. Even though they don't directly cause an insulin response, they do indirectly cause you to store fat. And then we want to replace those foods, and then we want to make higher fat, higher protein animal foods the foundation of our diet, and go for close to a 1-to-1 fat to protein ratio, if not a little bit higher, especially if you're eating low fat right now. So instead of the 93-7% ground beef, grab the 85-15% ground beef. Grab the full fat salmon or more of the full fat animal foods for two reasons. One, so you can improve your protein digestion and actively utilize and absorb the protein content that you eat in a more efficient way. Yes, when you eat fat and protein together, you absorb and utilize protein in a much more efficient way, number one. And then number two, you want to lower the hormone that stores fat, which is insulin. And you do not get an insulin response at all when you eat dietary fat by itself. If you get no insulin response, you store no fat. So therefore, when you eat dietary fat from saturated fat from red meat or monounsaturated fat from fish, you don't store any body fat. And just by lowering the hormone insulin and putting yourself where you're getting more satiety, you're getting vitamin A, D, E, and K2, otherwise known as choline, from the dietary fat, you're absorbing and you're utilizing protein in a more efficient way. You're doing all these things. All that is going to automatically put you in a position where you're going to correct your metabolism. It's going to start to speed up. And when you're doing this in combination with a efficient exercise routine, where you're targeting each muscle group each week through weight training, boosting your muscle mass at the same time, you will therefore boost your metabolism if you do these two things together. And you create this perfect plan where you're not restricting your calories in a very meticulous way, but you're still losing body fat sustainably, and then you have created now this lifestyle change that you can follow indefinitely. If you like this video, share this with somebody who could benefit as well.